Super Mario Bros. 3 Randomizer, the tournament flags we use change a great deal of things. The world order is different, the stages are different, we may encounter some lost levels. Enemies are different. And plenty more where that comes from. We are starting off in World 3 today. What you just saw, both BuzzThunder and Paraducks try to go into the first pipe hoping to get to the castle at the end, but unfortunately no dice. So instead, we get to start with the Magic Mirror stage for 6, I believe. One key feature about this stage is you could enter the doors if you feel like the enemy set is a little tricky. It could be if we ever see any boss bass, hopefully not. Or maybe hopefully so if you guys wish to see our runners have to go through a couple of trolls. Ooh, nice dodging, and BuzzThunder gets the first stage in World 3. But Paraducks not far behind. And the next stage is, surprisingly, 3-1. We got ourselves a little bit of spicy vanilla here. But in this case, easy shortcut. Get to the wall, jump in, and get a star for your troubles. This may make dealing with the bloopers a little easier. Paraducks wishes that he had a star right then and there. Oh, it's just a baby cheep at the end. How cute. Paraducks is about to get their star. And BuzzThunder is taking a decent safety play this early in the game. The item boxes in Toad's house are randomized. Mushroom is still not bad at this stage. Now, what does 3-3 bring us today? 1-6. Ooh, Paragoomba, watch out! There you go. Paraducks. Uh-oh, Hammer Brother is guarding 1-6. This may be a little tricky. Fortunately, the leaf will allow for 2 extra hits before kicking the bucket, and using it right away. Double Hammer Brother on grass, not a problem. And drops a music box. That'll help take out the Hammer Brothers and Piranha Plants on the overworld map. BuzzThunder is about to enter the first fortress of the game. And it's the Desert Fortress today. A lot of the Boo Diddleys are already showing an early appearance, though. Along with a couple of hot feet, I believe. Maybe hot heads. They're all hot, so... Aw, sorry, Fire Snake. Now, how does Candle Top manage to stay on spikes? I'll let you guys be the judge. However, it is making maneuvering a little difficult as we approach the first Boom Boom. Fortunately, Fire Flowers make it easy. 5 shots, boom, goes Boom Boom. Paraducks, right behind, has to get the duck a little bit more carefully. Suddenly, Fire Brothers, fire versus fire, fire wins. Music box for the taking. Now, 2 pipes are available right here. Will this take us to the castle? No! It's a pointless warp. Ouch! That means our runners are going to have to go through nearly the entire world as we encounter 1-4. Those that are observant may recall that this stage actually used to be an auto-scroller. With the exception of 2 stages, auto-scrollers are gone from the randomizer. Oh! Fire Chomp! So right now, both of our runners have default powers. Bye-bye, Sledge Brother, we don't care about you. Paraducks is definitely appreciating that leaf. And we have the other... Ooh, Sledge Brothers! Nicely done. And a P-Wing. That's gonna help if we ever encounter an evil stage. Ooh. Alright, which stage is this? Ooh, 3-9. Many ways to go into the water. Which way do you choose? Nice ice block positioning and nice Sledge Brother destruction for both of our runners. And 80,000 points gets you an end card game. You still want to match, but what you match is not necessarily what you get, so we need to pay attention to Paraducks' inventory upon leaving the mode. Or we make a stop at the Toad House first, either works. Oh, P-Wing and Hammer! That hammer is going to be very important. Hammers not only break the rocks, but can also break the locks. Now, something you may notice is that the end card games are different for both runners. I believe, I'll admit, I don't remember why that is, but the power-ups themselves should still match. Now, unfortunately, I don't know which was the hammer and which was the P-Wing, as we encounter what looks like a lost level. As I said, there are about 8 or so lost levels in the game that are also shuffled in, and BuzzThunder has to think about the best way to get in. This is effectively, you can call it 3.9 beta, if anything else. Alright, Paraducks is across. Has to defeat 4-5 in one life right now, otherwise has to take the long way around. BuzzThunder. Oh! I mean, I know, Kuribo's shoe was in the way, but seriously. Oh well, celebrating with 2 extra lives. Paraducks doesn't have the chance, but 1 life is nothing to scoff at either way. Alright. Now, Paraducks has managed to take a little bit of a lead. Ooh, 6-2, I believe. This was an ugly auto-scroller. It's still kind of tricky. You do have to deal with ice physics on the ice blocks, and you have to get up this perilous tower. Alright. Both runners are clearing their respective stages, and now all that leaves is 3-9 before we get to the castle. Or my apologies, 3-9 is actually 6-2. Paraducks is already at the castle. Like before, all airships, they are auto-scrollers, they are no longer auto-scrollers. Looks like we have to go through the World 6 airship in order to encounter, I want to say, Wendy Koopa. Or Wendy O. Koopa, if we need to include the middle initial. Now, how is Wendy going to behave today? Oh, Earthquaker! But 1 hit knocks Wendy out. BuzzThunder right behind. And now Mario meets Mario. And Mario the King... I don't know if we're looking for that Mario. We'll figure it out later. And World 6 is the next one. BuzzThunder takes out Wendy, not a problem. Ooh, we have vanilla pipes in World 6. In this case, choosing not to use a hammer, or maybe didn't get one from the N-Spade game, so going through 6-4 the normal way. Of course, we have to go through these platform sections for a bit, choosing to ignore the power-up. Now, BuzzThunder does have a raccoon tail, so that should make things a little bit easier. Oh, the spinning The spinning beam of death chose to claim a victim right at the end. Both of our runners are back to relatively even positioning, but BuzzThunder has the power-up. Oh, thank you, Damage Done. I didn't realize it was Lionel Richie that was the king. Alright, both runners are approaching the final part once again. Has to be careful. Both runners are successful. Paraducks is set up for a possible 5-up at the end of the next stage. Choosing to power up for the Hammer Brothers fight, Boomerang Bros. And BuzzThunder is hoping to get equipped with more power-ups. Ooh, nice, Lakitu Cloud. That allows skipping a stage, but you have to pass the next one on your next life in order for it to stick. Uh-oh. Angry Sun in 6-8, I believe. T-Boy07 asks, how do you randomize Mario? Well, you see all those enemies that weren't there before? They just took out Paraducks. See that, Paragoomba? That wasn't there either. Ooh, Paraducks taking the other path. It's 7-1. The wrong warp way. Or, excuse me, this is 7-6. Or, it was not 7-6, 7-5. It's one of those. Ooh, but Paraducks decided, nope, this is the wrong way to go regardless. There are so many stages in Mario 3, I apologize if I get some of them wrong. BuzzThunder choosing to break the lock with the hammer and finds the sinking ice lost level. Just has one more bit of platforming to go. While Paraducks has to be careful for a very angry sun that's moving about. What? Okay, what was that hitbox? You guys saw that hitbox, right? In the meantime, oh, spent a frog suit and is gonna get a Tanuki in exchange. Probably not a bad one, but that frog suit could have been useful for saving later. Still, no objections to getting... Tanuki suit is in almost every way better than the Hammer Bros suit. So, not bad. Ooh, nice use of the star. Sometimes the Hammer Brother stages do put you in water, so if you're small, you want that star. And, uh-oh, we are in a hand trap stage. That actually may be a good thing. We will get a power-up at the end, and it is relatively short. Plus, there's a power-up right there. I always forget that the third one, with the cheeps, gives you a freebie as long as you can maintain it. Nicely done. Paraducks stocking up, not a bad idea. And BuzzThunder wants to take on another, single Sledge Bro, but not a bad idea to use the star. Gets a star back. Paraducks now in the sinking ice brigade. And now 7-8, I believe, has been found by BuzzThunder, while Paraducks celebrates with fireworks. Oh no! Boss Bass! And he's floating! Seriously! Boss Bass! Stop cheating! You do not want to do this! You do not want to do this! Okay, no more cheating. Kind of. Still floating on the ground, but... one gulp, and that's it. And this is a precarious position. Has to get the card right now! Success! Whew! BuzzThunder taking what is likely an intentional death. No one wants to go through the door maze, but has to pass this level in one shot, using the P-Wing right now, and it's 1-3. Intentional deaths are a thing in Super Mario Bros. 3 Randomizer, so sometimes you just decide, you know what, I know what this stage is, I don't want to deal with it. Paraducks is gonna have to deal with that again, unfortunately fell in the pit, lost the Tanuki tail. Ah, the army tank. Interesting little bit of trivia. This is the only military-based stage that doesn't end in a proper boss. It ends with a Hammer Bro, or a variant thereof, but not the actual Boom Boom, so it's shuffled in with the normal stages. Right now, Paraducks has to be careful. That is a bad position to be in. Not a lot of running room to get up that pipe. Gets up. Has to be careful, though. This is still dangerous. Okay, almost there. Just avoid it, and safe! BuzzThunder, Frog Suit. Nice timing. It is the second fortress of World 3. Now, Paraducks is actually going through the door maze. Ooh, I don't know if losing the frog suit on the boo sheet was intentional, but BuzzThunder is pressing on. To answer the questions in chat, you can use any legal emulator or put it on a flashcard. It doesn't matter how our runners choose to do it. Oh! Boo Diddley surprised Paraducks! And Boo Diddley wasn't even looking. Oh, after that harrowing experience as a frog, Buzz is going to chill out for a little bit. Paraducks is going to go through the door maze once again. Thinking very carefully, where is that other fire flower? Paraducks going through the P-switch hallway once again. Saves the... Remembers not to jump. Ooh, it has to jump there. Not a problem. Airship. World 5. Right. World 5 airship. Easy peasy without auto-scrolling. Hi, Lemmy. Interesting, positioning of this one. Fire flowers do come in handy, though. And to answer some discussion in chat, right now there isn't a Super Mario Bros. 3 All-Star Randomizer. Would like to see one, though. And the raccoon is discussing, yeah, we're never gonna find out about raccoons not using wand magic. Next world, World 5. Ooh, not a lot of shortcuts that can be taken on this one. If a hammer can be gotten by the time either runner gets to the top of the Sky World, though, that allows for a very big shortcut, allowing to skip a good number of stages. But first has to get through 6-8 beta, effectively. Nicely done, choosing to get the mushroom to not worry about fireworks. Paraducks is about to enter the Water Fortress. BuzzThunder, 6-1. As far as soundtracks go, I'm trying to think which ones I prefer from the All-Star version over the original, and that is a difficult one. Oh! Bushi managed to get Paraducks, and without a power-up, has to start again from the beginning. this time equipping the frog suit that was just gained from the tank. Now, which way does BuzzThunder choose? Choosing to go 5-3, which is 6-3, I believe. As I said, I may get some of these stage orders slightly incorrect here, so feel free to correct me if my memory is slightly off. Alright, Paraducks is ready to take on the World 5 fortress, which is in World 6, while Buzz is in World 5, hoping to make their way over to whatever airship it is here. However, we still have a while to go. Hammer Brothers out of the way of the tower, but choosing to obliterate them anyway. Got a star, may as well. And a P-Wing. Give up a star, get a P-Wing. Worthwhile action. And, oh, I forgot to talk about the anchors. The anchors, based off of my understanding of the randomizer, no, normally the airships just stay on the ground once you use the anchor. In the randomizer, they always stay on the ground. So, you get a random power-up. In this case, frog suit. I don't know if it's supposed to give you a frog suit, but it gave a frog suit, so we make do. Now we are going up the tower, while Paraducks is hoping to catch up. Alright, so far enemy sets are being kind for both of our runners. I want to say in 6.8 beta that Hammer Bro is always there, so not much you can do about that, unless you want to take him out. But Paraducks is choosing to run, and not a bad idea, finishes the stage. BuzzThunder did pick up a hammer, I believe, from one of the Hammer Bros. And now, we're in the Navy, where you can sail the 7 seas, in the Navy, where you can put your mind at ease, in the Navy. I forgot the words for this part, in the Navy, in the Navy. Please make sure I don't sing that again. Oh well, looks like Boom Boom didn't like my musical attempt either, and down he goes. Now, BuzzThunder is hoping to stock up on items. There has to be a limit on how many times our runners go through the end card game and the toad houses and whatnot. You can only carry 28 items. As soon as you pick up the 29th, the 28th goes away. So you have to use your items wisely and know when to actually stock up. Plenty of music boxes. But going... Ooh, the other wrong warp way. And BuzzThunder is actually going for it. This is the real wrong warp way. 7-1. And gets it! Now, what does 5-9 bring? Ah, the Oasis! Nice find in the middle of the Sky Desert. Don't worry, that's Big Bertha. She will not chase you. There were 2 Big Berthas in there, I believe. Now, fortunately, Paraducks has a P-Wing, and I believe is about to get a hammer from this second bro. So, both of our runners will have a quick World 5. Now, which airship this time? Looks like... Ew! World 7. So, just to clarify, Boss Bass is the one that moves fast, chases you around, and hopes to say, "Get in my belly!" Big Bertha just wishes to swim in a local area, sometimes, spits out her children, and then sometimes swallows them back up. I do not understand Mushroom Kingdom fish biology. If you know of someone that does, please refer them to me. I would like to learn. Paraducks going up the tower. Roy Koopa. Only one hit. And as Paraducks gets to the top of the tower, what will our king for this world have to say today? Fall flat into the deep ravine! We just encountered the oasis, now we're in the proper desert. Now, World 2 is a very interesting one. If you have 2 hammers and a Lakitu Cloud, you can skip all the way to the castle. BuzzThunder only has 1, so we are encountering, well, 2-4. 2-4 isn't a bad level to find, especially if you have a tail. You can just fly to the top and avoid most of the chaos down below. Paraducks choosing to stop by the Hammer Brothers to the right of the fortress. I don't think BuzzThunder went here. Ooh, and BuzzThunder missed out on a Lakitu Cloud, I believe. Now Paraducks is at Wrong Warp Way. Can he get it? In the meantime, BuzzThunder is now in 4-1. Paraducks gets it. Nicely done. Ooh, the mortar managed to cause some problems. But fortunately, BuzzThunder's still alive, both runners getting their cards. Now Paraducks gets to go into the oasis for a little bit. Once again, BuzzThunder, it wishes to play the end game, or the end spade game, for quite a bit. Again, sometimes you have to choose, do you play the game, or do you just skip it? BuzzThunder, okay, 3-5, I believe. Right now, no boss fast, so hopefully it will stay that way. Alright, going across the coin bridge. No P-switch activation here. Not needed. Has to be careful, though. There we go. Paraducks in the World 7 airship. Most treacherous one in the game. Wish you could have a leaf, but I don't think one is available. 3-3, thank you. BuzzThunder is thinking about a power-up. Nope, going to take on the 2 Hammer Bros head-on. Well, Boomerang Bros, and they chose to strike back. BuzzThunder has to try again. Using the anchor-turned frog, not a bad idea, but has to be careful. One more hit, and it's dangerous in this stage. Have to jump. Oh, Boomerang gets him again. Paraducks now in World 2, excuse me. And BuzzThunder said, screw it, I'm using the hammer suit. Gets a music box for the trouble. Now Paraducks, does he have 2 arrows? Ooh, Sledge Brothers said, nope, you took out my brethren. Paraducks only had the 1 hammer. Alright, all Hammer Brothers are taken out in World 2 except for the one behind the 3. And BuzzThunder is now in Mortar Mirage Motorway. I call it that because this was where you first encountered the hopping bricks. But for some reason, there are a lot more giant enemies than before. Alright, Paraducks also stocking up. Will we have any matches? Not yet. Not this round. BuzzThunder choosing to free up some inventory space as we take on the World 3 airship now. Alright, Paraducks has 2 stars. Will we see fireworks? I think that was an intent to dodge the fireworks, but it didn't happen. In the meantime, Morton Koopa Jr. Strong one. 5 hits. Koopalings have between 1 and 5 hit points, and in this case, Morton was beefy. Paraducks has the leaf. Probably wished he had that earlier because of 2-4. And suddenly we have crossed over to Final Fantasy. I still need to play Final Fantasy IV, I am well aware. Ooh, World 7 is the next one. Here, you want to hope for the correct pipe. And that's the correct pipe! May have used that... Ooh. The Sky Lost level. In this case, it's just dash right and you're mostly there. It's strange to see scrolling with this, or hear it with this music, but... oh well. Alright, 7-9. 3-2. This shouldn't be too bad, as Paraducks now enters the Mortar Motorway. By the way, for those of you at home that wish to actually give this a shot, feel free to type in !SMB3 to learn more about the tournament, the randomizer, how this works. Because there's a lot more information than what I can tell you right now. Not a lot of room for a firework jump, and BuzzThunder chooses to take the 1-up instead of the 5-up. Alright, recharging again at the end card game did burn up a number of music boxes, so maybe not a bad idea. Unfortunately, it's hard to keep up with which power-up actually gives you what. Paraducks not too far behind, all things considered. If Paraducks chooses the correct... I mean, most likely Paraducks is going to choose the right pipe because there's no stage blocking it, so... this is a very small gap. Now, how about this fortress? Ah, World 1 Fortress. Now, with the tail, will BuzzThunder choose to fly up to the top, get an item, or take the vanilla route and go to Boom Boom? Choosing the item. No warp whistles here, instead, it's random to, in this case, another music box. I think Buzz is tired of them. However, keep in mind the lock did not get destroyed. You have to defeat Boom Boom for the lock to be destroyed, or just use a hammer, which is a bonus to the randomizer. Alright, up to another airship already. This time, World 1's. Relatively simple, 1 power-up along the way, not too horrible here. Has to watch out for the multi-cannon, though. There we go. Ludwig von Koopa. No earthquake today, but 3 hits is still enough. Alright, Paraducks is going to go shopping, while BuzzThunder is about to find out what the king has to say. Ooh, nice hammer suit find on Paraducks aside. Oh, sorry, King. Didn't realize... Actually, I didn't realize you had another frog suit. Alright, World 4 is next. That means the next world after World 4 is going to be World 1. Because World 8 has to be last. That's the short path. BuzzThunder has a hammer. Nicely done. Uses the Lakitu Cloud. Uh-oh. Is this the one I think it is? It is! 6-5! Ouch! You have to have a tail to get to the end of this. Alright, Paraducks does not have a tail going into the World 1 fort. Does this box have one? No, it does not! If the second one does not have a tail, Paraducks has to take the longer way to Boom Boom. Alright, BuzzThunder has the safety shell. Oh! Fire Snake! Rude! Absolutely rude! This is not gonna be easy for our runners, folks. Because you have to fly up high enough to activate the Fire Snake, and then come down, hopefully take him out, and then fly up again. Fire Snake chose to hang up top this time. Unfortunately, with the raccoon tail still intact, able to tail swipe the bricks. Whew! Someone clip that, please. I'm sure Big John, our tournament organizer, would love to see that. So yeah, that is one disadvantage of choosing to skip the fortresses. You may end up with a stage and enemy setup like that. Resource management is key in this game. Fire Bro's taken out. Another hammer for the taking. We definitely have use for one more hammer in World 1. There may be one spot in World 8, I don't remember. But now, we have Spicy Vanilla for 3. Thank you, my fellow wolf, for getting that. Alright, so far the giant caverns are no problem for BuzzThunder. Has to be careful of the secret note blocks. There we go. Nice dodging. Paraducks takes the shortcut as well. Has a hammer to spare, but goes in! First Fortress of World 6. This is a bit of a long one. While BuzzThunder has almost vanilla, the first fort of World 4. Alright, choosing to take the overworld path, it is typically quicker. Ooh! Good star find for Paraducks. If he hurries, we can take out Boom Boom in just one collision. Gets it! Ooh, but the other Boom Boom said, nope, you're not getting away with it that easily. Killer app, type in or kicker nips, I should say. SMB3, plenty of information there. Paradox now in 6-5, has to get a leaf. And it's, he's gonna be in for a rude surprise. Alright, BuzzThunder has plenty of safety items. And now, skipping the end card game into Fortress 4. Paradox! Oh! Bumps into the Fire Snake from the bottom and could not Goomba bounce to the top, but wouldn't have mattered anyway. You need a tail. Fortunately, that room always restocks with power-ups, so you can try again as long as you have time. Ooh, it looks like Iggy Koopa is an Earthquaker. The Earthquake status is also shuffled, and I believe we encountered an Earthquaker already. Paraducks does get by the Fire Snake. Thank goodness. So instead has to deal with Fire Bros. Para Español o Prima L.A. I do not remember Spanish translation, so chat, please help me with that. 4-4 on Paradux's side. BuzzThunder is going to take the shortcut 2 stages and a Hammer Bro away from taking out World 1. And 5-1 instead. Fortunately, with the P-Wing active, this is an easy-peasy stage. Paraducks manages to get through the Lakitu Lake. Both runners choosing to avoid fireworks at this stage of the game. Thank you, chat, for Spanish press A. 7-2 is our next required stage in World 1. Be careful, Paraducks. Alright. Nice hammer find. That'll come in handy on the next world. Alright, while we're going through some retreads and some water sections, if you guys are enjoying what our runners are giving you here today, please give them a follow and show your support. Alright, BuzzThunder manages to take care of the various enemies. Ooh! Hotfoot gets Paraducks right near the end. Has to go for that once again. This time coming equipped, using a Fire Flower to hopefully gain an advantage. Alright. Hammer Bro! Fire Bro! Double of them. Not a problem when you fight fire with fire, though. Hammer! I think that one is not going to be that useful. We are down to the final airship. For those that were actually keeping up, this is the World 2 airship. And again, without the auto-scrolling active, easy peasy. Hello there, Larry. Goodbye there, Larry. I think it's Larry. It's Larry or Lemmy, one of the two. I mean, it's like, they're twins, aren't they? Now, Paraducks is only about 3.5 stages behind, but World 8 can still be troublesome, so this is not over yet. Okay, I'm trying to remember who said that, the milkshake thing. I'm not good on pop culture, I apologize. Ooh, Tanuki suit as the reward heading into World 8. Nice find. And it's 1-5. Nice decision to jump. Mortars cannot be slid into. Not to my knowledge, anyway. Thank you, Chad. There are so many Koopa kids. They're not even actual kids, if I remember correctly. They're like generals, something like that. Alright. World 8 is also a pipe maze. Find the right pipe. Well, not a bad position. Has plenty of hammers so we could explore the dark maze, but we want the pipe that takes us to the final sub-map of the game. Well, we're making some progress. We haven't gotten to the hands yet. Spoke too soon. Uh-oh. One more. And Nope, you have to go through the hands to take on King Bowser Koopa this time. No escaping destiny here. Sorry, BuzzThunder. You have to take the long way around. And chat is cheering for the hand bridge. Paraducks has to take on the Fire Bros again. Has to be careful, though. Use a Lakitu Cloud. If this fails, has to... Oh, Star! Off screen! Wait, there are 2 power-ups on that map? I didn't know that. In the meantime, BuzzThunder is going into the Sky Fortress. And again, Fire Flowers, easy peasy boom boom. Paraducks working his way over. Alright folks, how many hands are we going to see on BuzzThunder's side? Because we have to go across. 0, 1, 2, or 3. Hold on, airship, we're gonna take care of this first. And it's the...
Welcome to the party, pal!
Yes, this is a very good party, I mean, I appreciate that we have a party here, Buzz, but... I don't think we meant that type of party. It's only 3 because it's every other tile is an actual map position here. Here we go! 1 hand! As long as this... Oh no, 3, 7 I believe. This is not a good one. Fortunately, once again, no boss bass. Now, Paraducks is going to find out, uh-oh, this is not going to be the good way. 1 hand is the amount. BuzzThunder's in the final 2 stages of the game. Starting with... Vanilla Super Tank, folks. Pure vanilla.
Welcome to the party, pal!
As we have more fans for BuzzThunder piling in. Remember, show Paraducks some love as well, please!
Welcome to the party, pal!
Paraducks is navigating through, and BuzzThunder is going for Hammer Bros strats. Ubiquitous, I do not know if the hands are randomized or fixed in that regard. I am not as familiar with Super Mario Bros. 3 Randomizer. So we are going to find out very soon if BuzzThunder can keep that hammer suit and take out King Bowser Koopa with 4 or 5 hammer swings. Nice running. Alright, Bowser is now here. And Bowser is no longer here. Everyone, get your GGs out in chat for BuzzThunder, who has managed to take the victory with an official SRL time of 48 minutes, 37 seconds. Alright, stay tuned, folks. I am going to see if BuzzThunder wishes to join for an interview. Ooh, Paraducks is taking a different path and is in 5-2 now. Fortunately, takes the sky route. And also, technically our runners can change two things without a problem during this run. They can change their color of Mario, or they can also change the music that plays on every map. So all the random music that you're hearing right now on Paraducks64 is because of that flag. And with that in mind, I believe we have a Mr. BuzzThunder in the commentary booth. GG, sir!
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
And I'm sure you have gained a great big following for that event. You had to pull off some serious skills for some of those stages.
Oh, yeah, thanks. Yeah, it was a solid run. I think my only deaths were intentional ones. Well, no, I had a couple to, like, some bad Hammer Brother luck, but other than that, I think I did okay.
Hammer Brothers get everyone, so don't feel too bad about that.
Yeah, there's not much you can do when you got, like, 4 boomerangs on the screen.
Yeah. So, there were some interesting stages that you had encountered here. In 7-8, I believe, how did you manage to get Boss Bass to float in the air like that?
Yeah, that was... I'd never seen that before. I mean, I've seen... I know that he will spawn based on how high in the air you are. But I didn't know that he moved, because I've spawned him like up in midair before, but he never followed me back down. So I think he changed, you know, which horizontal plane he was on like 3 different times throughout that duration of that stage, and he just kept coming for me.
I think once the jump happens, once back to normal ground, or at least that's what it looked like on my end.
Yeah, it seemed like, yeah, once, because I landed on a different thing and he moved down there, and then once I got the screen went all the way back to the bottom, he went back to where he should be. But yeah, it's nice when you can spawn him in midair and he stays up there, because I've definitely seen that before. Then you can just kind of watch him up in the sky and you can forget about him.
And hold on, folks, we have Frog Mario and Bowser. Get your
nice.
cheers for that.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Oh
that's
yeah,
gonna be...
another stage. 6-5, Fire Snake.
I'm not sure if I remember that. A Fire Snake in 6-5?
Yeah, you had to
spawning up in the air?
Yep, you were flying up and the snake came down.
Oh yeah, that was because I was waiting for the enemy to spawn on the ground, I think is the one you're talking about, and I was just trying to jump over it. But instead I jumped into the enemy that spawned in the air. Maybe I mean a different level.
I think that's a different level, because a 6-5 is where you have to have the raccoon tail.
Oh yeah. Yeah, my mistake. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, I was carrying up the turtle shell, and then it's just like, I was like, oh, that guy's not supposed to be up there. Yeah, that was kind of a cheap shot by the game. I have to run back and get the leaf power up again.
I apologize. Normally, we're supposed to have someone else roll the seeds, but I was told to go ahead, so, blame me for the seed, folks!
Yeah, no problem. I didn't really have any problems with it. I mean, I've never seen so many music boxes before, because I think I got a total of 6 or something, but then I was trying to save hammers up towards the end, and then the game just kept throwing them at me, so I think I finished with 2 extra hammers, even though I, like, broke every block that I ran into.
Yeah, if I saw correctly, you were getting a number of hammers through the N-Spade game.
Yeah, there was, I think there was 1 or 2. I know there was a cloud underneath either the 10 or the 20, and there was definitely a hammer in there somewhere too. But I don't. It's hard to determine which one gives you which, really. But yeah, I didn't have any shortage of hammers at all. I was able to use every single one of them, and then it started off pretty slow because level 3 wasn't very kind, and then level 6 was right after that. Wasn't able to really skip anything there. But level 7 was nice. That just sent me to the end like right away.
Alright, sorry to interrupt, but Paraducks is the current People's Champion, finishing off Bowser with the frog suit. 54 minutes, 23 seconds. GG!
Very nice. It's rare to be able to get through a Bowser fight and hold on to that suit.
Indeed. Fortunately, both of you have shown that you are capable of dealing with what the randomizer has to throw at you. And I'm sorry, folks, you have to discard the frog suit when you run into Princess Peach. There's not much we can do about that right now. Maybe in a future patch, who knows? And
thanks. Good game, Paraducks.
Thanks, you too. I had some trouble in the first two worlds, but after that it went pretty well. I made some good decisions, and I think I played well. And I finished with Sal with the frog suit.
yeah, I mean, both of you had solid play overall, knew when to use the end spade game, and yeah, you have just become the crowd favorite. Both of you have become crowd favorites for different reasons here. Paraducks, Swag Frog Suit, and BuzzThunder, you ended up gaining a follow train, whether you realized it or not.
Yeah, I definitely realized it because I had my audio on. I think somebody heard that sound bite, and then everybody else was like, "Oh, let's hear that again." If you had my game audio up, they probably were just. It was probably. I thought it was more like, "Hey, let's just spam that Die Hard sound bite," instead of like, "Oh, let's actually follow this guy."
We will get that straightened up for the next match. Don't you worry. So, speaking of next matches, Paraducks and BuzzThunder, both of you actually have to face against Cross Product to complete your group stages. What are your thoughts on going up against him? Wait a second, my mistake, I misread it. BuzzThunder, you're against... Yeah, both of you are against Cross Product. What are your thoughts?
I'm not sure. I've never seen him play Mario 3, so I don't really know what kind of times he can put up. So, yeah, I don't know. My thoughts would be, just stick to the gameplay the way I just did right now. If I can do that every time, I'll do okay in this tournament.
I mean, I know Cross Product likes to use his items. He knows the randomizer, so yeah. It's about decisions, I think, and yeah.
Alright, so any last thoughts? Oh, right, Paradox, I didn't have the chance to ask you yet. What were your thoughts on the 6'5" Fire Snake?
Oh, yeah, that. When I saw it, I was like, no way. And I lost my my raccoon, so I needed to have another one. But yeah, that was a bad spot for the fire.
Big John, if you get to listen to this, put more Fire Snakes in.
Yeah, why not more fire snakes? It's a lot of fun. Just make every enemy a fire snake, I guess.
Yeah, we have to leave some room for Boss Bass. Any final thoughts on how this went, you two?
Well, I think I played well, and yeah, I'll try to come back in the next race.
Yeah, I'm glad to have a win. I've got 2 wins, so I'm looking good to get to the bracket round. So I'm happy with my play so far. Yeah, thanks for the race, Paradox. Thanks for putting on the tournament, Big John, and thanks for the restream, Speed Gaming, and Wolfman. Thanks for the commentary. I appreciate it.
Not a problem. Hopefully, I at least kept the excitement levels at a decent level for you guys when you rewatch the VOD.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna enjoy it. I know.
Folks, give it up one more time for BuzzThunder and Paraducks64. Please give them a follow if you haven't already. Of course, we still have some more randomizer action coming up. If you wish to stick around until 10 p.m. Eastern, you will see Human Mustard versus S Diesel on Speed Gaming 1. And if it helps, you will have Big John right here, shoutouts to him, on comms. And then tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern, Killer App 23 versus Proa 007. However, with that, I think I need to get my own warp whistle and float away to dinner. So with that in mind, guys, gals, and those with other titles, this is Wolfman2000 saying until next time, watch out for Boss Bass. Take care!